I just wish we could all get along like we used to in middle school. I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles, and we'd all eat it, be happy.
She doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
No, I just have a lot of feelings.
Okay, go home.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast. My name is Matt.
This is Sean.
I'm Adam.
Adam's so quick now with the Skype on his phone. No more.
He's Sean. I'm Adam. How's that?
This is the Make Movies Great Again podcast, where we're destroying cynicism at the box office, one podcast at a time.
Chipping away.
You can find us on Twitter at Make Movies Great, and you can find us on Instagram at Make Movies Great, and also on Facebook at Make Movies Great. We had to drop the again because apparently a lot of social channels don't like our long name. But you can say, if you search Make Movies Great anywhere, you will find us. Search us on Google. It's actually our results are pretty staggering.
Yeah?
If you search Make Movies Great on Google, a lot of great stuff from us comes up. If you search Make Movies Great again, it's just all our stuff.
So wait, it's not first of all, it autofills great again.
You like that? See, now that was so over the weekend I talked to a few people that haven't heard of us before. And I was like, oh, I do a movie podcast. And they're like, oh, what's the name of it? I was like, Make Movies Great Again. And like, the more now, it's like people just, it was like, when we first made the name, it was like, that was like, it was good to hop on that because there's a lot of different like avenues that people were taking it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think it still holds up. The
third link, stop trying to make movies great again. From the HuffPost. The HuffPost is against us.
The HuffPost can go fuck itself. I saw someone from the Huff. I believe it was the HuffPost. Someone correct me if I'm wrong out there in the Twitter sphere. They tweeted out today actually that they finally watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and this woman who wrote this tweet thread had originally put up a Facebook post that James Gunn put out and said that he smashed. Not only did he beat what's the test to see if there's two women in a movie that talk to each other or something other than a man?
I don't remember the name. We talked about it in a previous episode.
Fuck, what is the name of that? Anyway, so she's like, James Gunn says, not only do we defeat that test, but we like knocked it out of the park, whatever, being like super optimistic about how like Gamora and Mantis and Nebula like all had
the Bechdel test.
And so I guess this woman woman from the HuffPost tore it apart and was like saying how James Gunn like did a terrible job.
Oh,
and like
really?
she took out a stopwatch and like watched the movie and timed it.
Didn't work.
It passed, but like he's like basically saying he shouldn't be gloating about it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my feelings on the HuffPost today. We're doing a movie club. It's going to be on Donald Cried. It's a movie that was written and directed by someone from Rhode Island, from Warwick, Rhode Island, from our home state.
I recognize some places.
It was also filmed in Rhode Island, did you? Yeah, you recognize a few places in Warwick. Yep. So we're going to be talking about that after this. So if you're listening to this episode on your podcast app, wherever you listen to us, that other episode is also up. It's Donald Cried. We have a new movie for next week. It's going to be a documentary. We're not telling you what it is. You got to listen to that, or you got to sign up for our movie club, bit.ly/join movie club to get on that list and figure out what is the next movie for next week. It's going to be a documentary, like I said. I think it's going to be pretty good.
Nope, you haven't seen it?
Haven't seen it.
Okay.
Haven't seen it. I did hear it's pretty good, though. Let's get into trailers of the week. We got two this week. First up, Super Troopers 2, the Red Band trailer. I don't really think they could do a trailer other than Red Band for this movie.
What is Red Band trailer?
You know what Red Band
trailer
is?
I don't know what that means.
So, you know like the thing you see before a movie and it's green and it says all audience, like, I don't know what it says on it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Green. So it's red.
Oh, it's like not for
like
PG-13?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a rated R.
So instead of just saying rated R trailer, they have to call it a Red Band trailer now?
Yeah, that's like right, Adam. That's like the slang for it. That's like the it's like what it's known as.
So do you guys ever say Green Band trailers?
No.
Okay.
No. It's only distinguished as Red Band trailers for and it's always like when it's a movie that's going to be rated R, which I assume Super Troopers 2 is going to be rated R.
No, just a
it's
radar
always better
trailer.
Yeah, just they had to make it radar.
Yeah.
It's like Pixar does that too.
You want to hear something interesting?
What?
Remember that movie that came out a few months ago with James Franco and Bryan Cranston? Why Him?
Yeah.
The trailer looked like pretty funny. It looked okay, right? But obviously, I don't think it did well in theaters. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But I was in the movie theater, and it was like towards the tail of it, I can't remember if it was in theaters or what, but I saw the trailer for it, the Red Band trailer for Why Him, and it was fucking hilarious. Like, I had no idea the movie was like that with James Franco was like really raunchy in the trailer, and it just like, if people had seen that, I didn't see it at all until I was in the movie theater. I didn't even see it online. But I feel like if people had seen that, it might have been more successful.
My parents just recently watched it on like one of the on-demand services, not like Netflix, like a Verizon, like buy. Yeah, they said it was really funny. Said it was really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. So anyway, Super Troopers 2 Red Band trailer. It doesn't give you much. You get a little bit. They're still like busting the Rook's balls. Oh, what's his name, Adam? Rabbit. Still busting his balls.
I feel like of any type of movie, I don't want to watch a comedy trailer.
Really?
I'm just afraid they're going to get all the good jokes.
Right? All the good jokes get used?
Yeah.
Is that what you're worried about? This one is very, very limited. What'd you say, Adam?
I said that happens so often where all the good jokes are in the trailers.
Yeah. It's super awesome to see Brian Cox in this.
Yeah.
I
didn't think he'd be in it.
Yeah, I honestly, when they were first casting for the movie, they weren't sure if he was going to be in it, which would have been a huge loss to that crew, to that cast, because he was such a big part of the first one and really fucking hilarious too. So I'm really excited for this one. They bring back some of the like the extra, not the extras, but like the other like actors that played in the movie. They like had smaller roles.
Yeah.
Like they bring back the guy that they did the Meow game to.
Yeah.
It's Jim Gaffigan.
Is the Russian guy in it?
Oh, I don't know. That's a really good question. He's a broken lizard guy. He's in a lot of those movies, so I wouldn't be surprised. He's like the guy who does like he's like the referee for the Beer Olympics and
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it looks awesome, and I think I already said this, but I'll gloat again. I actually Indiegogo'd this movie, so my name will be in the credits.
Oh,
so you guys watch out for that. So executive producer,
stay through them.
Yeah, exactly. Don't stay out. I'm sure there won't be a post-credit scene unless they tease Potfest.
Again?
Yeah, I know. But I'll be there in the credits. And the second one, Adam, you brought this one. You brought this one to the table.
Yeah, so the movie is called Little Evil, starring Adam Scott, probably most widely known from his role as Ben in Parks and Rec. And it's about this man who marries this woman, and he's going to. The trailer starts off. He's at a not an intervention, but like a gathering of other fathers. He's at a gathering of other fathers, and he's explaining how he's just married this woman and he loves her so much, but he's having trouble connecting with their son, and he starts putting the dots together that his stepson might be the Antichrist. And it's a comedy, so I like it. Make light of the situation. I'm psyched to see it. Maybe we'll have to sneak it in movie club sometime soon. But
yeah, maybe. You're really burying the lead here, though.
Huh?
You're burying the lead here. You're saying he's married to some woman. It's Evangeline Lilly.
Oh, sorry about that.
My sweet princess. I love her. We're gonna talk about her later on in movie news as well.
Oddly enough,
just happened to work out that way. So Little Evil, check it out. It's a Netflix movie. Does it say when it's coming out?
September 1st.
September. Oh, so very soon. This week.
very soon.
Awesome.
Very
So we'll check that. We'll definitely have to add that to Movie Club.
Yeah.
And watch that. That would be cool. All right. Let's get into the next segment. It's a little something special. So on Entertainment Weekly a couple weeks ago, I saved this. This actually came out a couple weeks ago.
I think I saw this.
We had a lot of stuff going on the last two.
Yeah.
So I wanted to save it, and it still stands up. Entertainment Weekly took one of their writers, took every state and matched up a movie to it. Now whether that movie took place in that state or like it didn't necessarily take place in the state, but it really like captured the atmosphere of that state. Like I know that. Minnesota is Fargo, even though Fargo is a town in North Dakota. Like it really captured like Minnesota life and things like that. So anyway, so their description: movies have touched almost every aspect of the American experience in just about every square inch of land. Entertainment Weekly picks the one film that best captures the spirit and story of each state. So that's how they said it.
Okay.
So just to read a couple down, just to get you guys going before we get into ours. Arizona was Raising Arizona. Honestly, that's low-hanging fruit. Delaware was
It's a good
Fight
movie,
Club.
though.
It's a great movie. Delaware's Fight Club. Actually, the Coen brothers make this list like 4 times.
Yeah.
The Coen brothers make the list like 4 times. The whole list. I'm not going to read everything here. Delaware's Fight Club. Florida's Scarface, obviously because of Miami. Georgia, Deliverance. Illinois is the Blues Brothers. Iowa is Field of Dreams. Kansas, The Wizard of Oz. Minnesota, like I said, is Fargo. Nevada is The Hangover. Washington, unfortunately, got stuck with Twilight.
That's rough.
That sucks.
I got a better one for him.
That sucks. Awesome. And that's exactly what we're going to get into right now. So if you guys, we don't want to do all of them, but if you could pick one state to change tell me what they had and what you want to change it to and why. You want to start off, Sean?
Sure.
You want to help out Washington?
So Washington, I saw that and I was like, no, there's got to be a better one.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of research. Captain Fantastic.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
It just came out recently, right?
Yeah, maybe a year ago, a little over.
Hugh Jackman?
Viggo Mortensen.
Yes.
Adam, have you seen or heard of this movie?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. I heard it was really good.
It's really good. It's about a family who decides to, mother and a father, but the mother's not really in it. The father raises his kids out in the woods of, I honestly thought it was California. But if it was filmed in Washington and captured the spirit, that type of thing, that's cool. But apparently it takes place in Washington, and it's awesome. Nice. I don't want to give away too much because there's kind of a lot. I think it's a movie better to go into it like cold.
Okay.
But there's like a little bit of rift. The kids kind of rebel a little bit. They kind of want to be back a part of society, that type of thing. But it's really good. I would definitely check it out.
Nice. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I remember I was like, I think this would really pique my interest. I just haven't. Just kind of like escaped me. But that's awesome. And you know what? The best thing about that, it's not Twilight, so we can.
Not Twilight.
Put that right in there. Washington. There you go. I would have gone with Sleepless in Seattle as well.
Oh. Great one.
Great movie.
Yep.
Great movie.
That's a great one.
Adam, what do you got?
So I I don't know if this is the easy way out, but Vermont, the Dead Poets Society. I've never seen it. I've heard it's really good. But if I was picking one from Vermont, I would have picked Super Troopers.
All right. Okay. I
Oh.
like it. I like where your head's at there.
Yep.
Nice.
You like that?
Yeah.
I also thought about Wyoming. Because,
Okay.
what the hell happens in Wyoming. And that one was Brokeback Mountain. And, Matt, I know you've seen this. Sean, actually, you've definitely seen this, too, because we lived together for 2 years. Ready to Rumble?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Is that Wyoming?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheyenne tonight. Man, that's a great one. That's awesome. You know what I was thinking? What state did Place Beyond the Pines take place in?
New York.
Was that
Schenectady, New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the city?
Because I feel
New
like
town?
Schenectady. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, it's like upstate. Yeah.
Schenectady?
Yeah. Schenectady. Because that also has like kind of like a Vermont feel as well,
It does.
right?
Yeah.
So kind of like that, like New Englandish, even though it's not. But anyway, those are 2 great picks, really good picks.
I got some others. I don't know how many you want to go into.
Matt, what do you got?
Oh, yeah. I'll do mine, and then we can go back around. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely.
I didn't know if we were doing all at once.
So I did New York. So for New York in here, they have.
I feel like New York's a ton.
Yeah, there's a ton of great movies in New York, but they have Do the Right Thing. It's the Spike
Okay,
Lee. It's
yeah.
a great movie.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get me wrong, it's a great
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But whenever I think of New York and I think of like the essence of the city and like where like really like the like where New York came from
Yeah.
and like how it was like grown is like the Bronx Tale. A
Oh,
Bronx
yeah.
Tale
Yep.
is kind of like it just like is really like gritty, like really tells a lot about the neighborhoods and like the clashes between different groups of people and things like that. So
Yeah.
I really like that, and plus it's like it's a fucking awesome movie. De Niro and Chaz Palminteri.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. So you guys have some other ones?
Oh, yeah. Nevada, The Hangover.
I'd like to hear Sean's.
The Hangover.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. But we're not Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
So I said Casino.
Or
as well.
Casino.
Casino's
Yeah.
a fucking awesome movie too. Both those. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is a great one too.
Yeah, Casino's
Yeah.
a good one. I love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
I kind of saw the Shining takes place where?
It's supposed to be the Stanley Hotel, right?
In Maine.
Is it Maine or is it the one in Colorado?
So I thought it was shot in Colorado. But I
But
thought
it's
all his
supposed to be
movies take place in Maine.
Okay, you're right. So yeah, because it's a Stephen King, right?
Yeah.
So Maybe I think that's what it was. I think it was shot in Colorado, but it's supposed to be Maine. It's
Okay.
supposed to be the Stanley Hotel.
So I thought to myself, Maine? Well, I can't remember even what it was, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, it
okay.
wasn't anything important.
Yeah, well, and then I was like, but The Shining just sticks out for me.
Oh yeah,
as-
definitely.
as Maine.
That was one of the ones I was thinking about too. Yep.
Texas. This is an easy one. Friday Night Lights.
Cider House Rules was Maine.
Cider House Rules.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Texas. Friday Night Lights.
Yes.
Instead of whatever they had.
Yeah.
And I think it was Giant.
Yeah, Giant. Yeah.
It's probably no Western. Or No Country for Old Men.
No Country. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw
Yeah,
Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre too. Yeah.
Is There Will Be Blood in Texas?
I don't
or
know.
is
I've
that
never
another
seen
state?
There Will Be Blood. I know. I've never seen There Will Be Blood.
I've actually never seen it either.
Oh my God, you
I've never
guys.
seen it. Never seen it.
You guys.
I know.
That's so good.
I know. It's bad. It's bad.
No, it's just it.
Hey, I want to throw this in there. I know that you know. Actually, I'll save this for another time. Never mind.
Okay,
Okay.
hold that thought.
I will. I'll hold it till after we get through this segment.
That's what I got.
But I mean, I think we could have. I can't think we could have gone to every state and gave a couple of other, better ones if we actually gave it some thought and had 2 hours to spend on this podcast
Yeah.
and think about every movie that encapsulates every state.
Yeah.
But let's go back to our home state of Rhode Island because I think they did them dirty.
You did.
They did Rhode Island dirty here. The Witches of Eastwick. I fucking hate. You know what? I hate these things they always do with every state because we always get the fucking
Rhode
shaft.
Island gets shafted.
Because no one understands us really, and I don't want to be like one of those pretentious assholes. Like you don't understand Rhode Island. Like I don't want to sound like that. But whatever. Despite it, I will sound like that. But we're we're a drive-through state. We're between New York and because Connecticut doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We're
95 runs through it.
Exactly. We're 95. That's what people think of us. Oh, there's seafood there and there's mansions.
Yeah.
That's what people think of Rhode Island. It's like Newport and that's it, and a highway.
Yeah.
So they did us dirty here, the Witches of Eastwick. The whole reason why. So George Miller actually directed this movie.
So now I don't know anything about this movie.
But
Rhode Island
it's a
is
horror comedy. It's a dark comedy.
Oh, okay. I was just say Rhode Island is kind of like a horror type place.
Yeah,
right?
I mean the first ever North American vampire was from Rhode Island, but but they don't know that. And this is a witch, the vampire, totally different.
Suck it,
things.
Washington, in your Twilight.
That's right. Maybe we should have been Twilight, even though it wasn't shot there. But the Witches of Eastwick. So it's got Jack Nicholson being a lunatic. It's kind of like these three women shares one of the women, and they're like witches or they have witch powers. But
That's that movie?
Yeah.
Is it the one where she gets like a cannonball blown through her stomach and she has a hole?
Oh, I haven't seen it in so long.
Hold on.
But anyway, so Jack Nicholson is like the devil, and he's like trying to seduce these witches. And anyway, the only reason why they did it is because they shot some scenes in Rhode Island that have like old churches. It's like, oh, old churches, Rhode Island. Would you guys ever think that we would be known for old churches?
Nah.
It's bullshit,
No,
right?
absolutely not.
Cher,
bullshit.
Susan Sarandon, and Michelle Pfeiffer in this. Those are the three witches.
Susan Sarandon and what's the other one? Michelle Pfeiffer?
And Cher.
Wow.
Hey, not bad.
Were they all in Rhode Island?
At some point, it was filmed in 1987, or it came out in 1987. I don't know. But do you guys have any other movies you would pick for Rhode Island to represent Rhode Island?
To represent and capture the spirit?
Yeah.
I love Outside Providence.
So Outside Providence is a great movie. Yeah.
You got Alec Baldwin playing Old Man Dunphy, lives up in Pawtucket.
Yep.
Love it.
I like that. I like anything by the Farley Brothers likes to talk about Rhode Island. So you got Me, Myself, and Irene.
Great movie. The finest state troopers in all the land.
Yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene is a great movie. It captures the spirit of Rhode Island.
Dumb and Dumber gets the big blue bug.
Dumb and Dumber gets the big blue. That's like my, if we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore of Rhode Island movies, like Rhode Island based movies, I think Dumb and Dumber is like number one on that list.
Even though
it has to be.
I always try to find their apartment complex because it's in Wayland Square.
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's definitely one of those. They're like the U-shaped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I
apartment
know
complex
exactly what you're talking
when
about.
they show when the thugs walk up. Walk up
I
to
wouldn't
the
even
door.
thought that was Rhode Island. I thought that would just be like so they just.
Oh, I just think it is because I saw it once. I was like, I think that's where they lived or whatever.
Oh, that's awesome! I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what's some other ones? Something about Mary.
The Conjuring is set in Rhode Island.
Oh yes, you're
That's
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I haven't seen it. I mean, I'm looking at a list.
So
but,
we're just
you know,
we're just getting all like the horror, like
Horror or dumb Dan in real life. I
because
remember.
we're looped into all those idiots that were burning people because they thought they were witches.
Yeah.
There's actually a It's a documentary. I've seen it. I don't know if you guys have. It's called Ice Kings. It's about the Mount St. Charles high school hockey team, and I'm pretty sure it won a couple of awards, and it's a really, really awesome documentary.
That's cool.
And for those of you that aren't from Rhode Island, Mount St. Charles Academy won the Division I state hockey championship, I think 25 years in a row, which is insane.
Okay.
And then there was some national titles. They sent, X amount of players to the NHL, all from a, small private high school in Rhode Island. And it's a pretty cool story. But yeah, that one's set in Rhode Island.
Interesting.
Tollgate High School upset Mount St. Charles men's ice hockey team, pushed them off the state championship throne they held for 26 years.
Wow. 26 years. Holy shit.
Yep.
Anyway, so Rhode Island. We a few good ones there.
Yeah.
But we really got that. They could have done a little more research instead of picking the Witches of Eastwick there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
All right, let's get into movie news, and we're actually going to start right off with...
Is this good or bad?
Adam, is this good or bad?
Is this good or bad? So this past week there was there's a story flying around on the internet that DC is planning a Joker origin movie, not starring Jared Leto. They're looking for a younger actor with Martin Scorsese attached to be an executive producer, and Todd Phillips, director of The Hangover and Old School and a couple other awesome ones that I can't really remember right now, as the director. I don't know how I feel about it personally, Matt. I don't know how you feel about it either, because what is the Joker's origin story?
It changes, right?
Is he Red Hood 1? Is it the Killing Joke? What is it?
I don't know. And here's the interesting thing. So they're saying that this is not going to be part of the DCEU, right?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand. They're really just kind of like all over. We'll talk about more about their universe right now in a little bit, and a few other things in movie news. But I think I want to see these movies. I really want to see these movies. I think Todd Phillips is an odd choice for director, although the writer is Scott Silver, who did 8 Mile, and he's heralded as like one of like the best like script doctors in Hollywood right now. So I'm excited for that, and I think with Martin Scorsese attached as a producer, I don't know how much. Like it depends. I don't know like how much he's going to work with Todd Phillips as actually like directing it, or or if he's just a name that brings credibility to the project. I don't know, Adam. It's depending on how I think about this movie. It's absolutely gonna depend on what the origin story is.
Yeah,
it has. I mean, it has to. Yeah, because it makes me so. The Joker in Batman v Superman, not Batman v Superman, in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
What is his deal? Are they gonna go with that Joker origin story?
Oh, I would think so, right? I mean, if they don't want to be part of the DCEU, then I would say no. But
yeah,
I don't see why they wouldn't want the two to connect somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's too early. I think it's too early to tell if this is going to be good or bad. I want to see it. Like I want to see these movies. So I like to see them made. I think DC. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Sean?
So you're cool with this being separate from the DCEU or no?
It depends. It depends.
Yeah, it's Sean. If you're not familiar, there's the two most popular Joker origins. One is the Killing Joke about, I forget what his name was, but the guy who ends up becoming the Joker gets roped into doing something for some bad people. It goes wrong. He falls into a vat of chemicals at Ace Chemicals, goes crazy.
Okay.
Which is like that's like the premier Joker origin story. Like it's amazing. Like that movie is so good.
And then there's another origin story about how when Batman first started in Zero Year, it was just like his first year as Batman. His first foe really was the Red Hood gang, and it was led by this man called Red Hood 1. and like all the different members were like Red Hood 10, Red Hood 354. Like there were, men. It was sort of like a Fight Club type of deal where they could be anybody and anywhere. And what ended up happening was Batman caught him. He was about to fall into a vat of chemicals at Acme Chemicals. Batman couldn't hold on to him. He fell in, and then a few years later, the Joker appears.
So he goes chemically insane.
Right. He goes even more insane, and that's another Joker origin story. And then there's in the DC Rebirth that's happening right now. Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. Like before it kicks off, Batman sits in this all-powerful chair that it will tell him the answer to anything he wants to know. And so first he asks definitively who killed his parents, and it was Joe Chill. The second question was, who is the Joker? And the chair couldn't answer. All the chair could say was, there are 3.
Yep. So right now there's like 3. Yeah. So now that just leads me to believe that they're like, because they're in, and I don't want to get too far off base, but right now in the DC, well, this actually might be pertain to the movies too, but right now in DC Comics, they're really messing with like the multiverse, with like different timelines and the converging of timelines. So with these 3 different Jokers, Adam, would it be a stretch to say that these are 3 different Jokers from 3 different origins from 3? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could happen.
Like,
I mean, if
who knows?
If the universe decides to go that multiverse route.
Yeah.
I mean, you're cool with comics not being all in the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can,
for the most part.
I mean, I you know way more about it than I do, but you can have a strand of comics over here, and then, I mean, how many Batman strands are there?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
there's
are they all connected?
Like 5 right now.
No, not all of them.
And it's cool. That's cool, right?
Yeah, that's why I was saying. Like, I want to see these movies. Like, what I want to see if someone's gonna come up to me and pull me on the street, like, what would you want to see in theaters? Would you want to see a Joker origin story? Yeah, absolutely, I would. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't I want to see the Joker on the big screen? He doesn't get. Jesus, I'm ripping earbuds out of my ears. So excited. Since Heath Ledger, we've only seen a Joker once.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of Batman, a lot of DC movie stuff. So,
I mean, I've heard theories about his backstory, the Heath Ledger one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
where
great.
He's
the military background.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it doesn't matter to me really. I mean, again, you guys have maybe more invested in it, but.
Well, Adam, what do you think? You haven't really said what you think.
I mean, I want to see. I'm on the same page as you. I'd want to see it. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Which way, if it's connected to a universe or not. I mean, I guess I would like it to be just for continuity's sake, but I'd see it regardless.
Sure. I think the thing right now is with DC and their universe and their movies that are coming out. I think a lot when we're saying like we want to see it like with the continuity there and we want to see it connected is like we're really spoiled with Marvel's movies because Marvel is doing something that no other production studio as far as movies goes has ever done before. Like this is unprecedented for these many movies connected. Like it's unreal in how they connect them with the stories and everything is so like uniform. It's like a standard cookie cutter template. Like everything feels the same and looks the same. With these DCEU movies, at least for the first few, the only theme really continuing you're seeing is like this Justice League train. You know what I mean? Like, you're seeing like the Justice League get formed, and now you're seeing a Justice League movie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I just don't think. I mean, I don't necessarily need or want them to do what Avengers are doing.
Yeah,
Marvel's doing. Maybe
exactly.
do your own thing.
Sure.
At the same time, they're gonna do whatever they want, and if what they want to do is the Marvel path, then they're gonna do it, and they're gonna make a bunch of money.
So they're gonna make a bunch of money regardless.
It doesn't.
You're gonna put these movies on the screen, and people are gonna go see them. Adam, so the next couple actually kind of tie into this one as well. Like, so you wanna go ahead, go forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So Gotham City Sirens, which was talked about after Suicide Squad came out. Gotham City Sirens was the name of a movie kicked around by the director of that. Who was it? What was his name? Who directed that? Who directed Suicide Squad? He directed The Watch, too. I forget. It'll come back to me. But anyways, he talks about Gotham City Sirens, which is Catwoman, Harley Quinn, Poison Canary thrown in there.
David Ayer.
David Ayer. Yes, thank you, Sean. A female team-up movie, which would be awesome to see. but now this it's momentum has been picked up. I actually think there's a director attached to a Joker and Harley Quinn movie. So Gotham City Sirens will be a sequel to that. And the Joker and Harley Quinn movie, actually, the director will be the same director as Crazy Stupid Love with
that's funny.
What's Ryan Gosling and
Steve Carell,
and
Julianne Moore. That's interesting. So now I want to see what this. Not I'm not talking about timeline like how they're connected. I'm talking about timeline like when these movies are going to be produced. Because imagine that within the same year you get a Joker origin story, unless it leads into, you know what I mean, the Joker that we know now in the DCEU, the Jared Leto Joker. Then you get so you're going to get the Joker Harley Quinn movie with Jared Leto and Margot Robbie, and then the Gotham City Sirens movie. That's what this.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
But then completely different project, Joker origin movie.
Yeah, then different project, Joker origin movie, which I don't hate. I think that can work. I think that can work sitting on its own. You know, I mean, if you
people love the Joker, and how many villains have had their own movies?
Not many. Well, you're getting a few coming up. You got like the Doctor Doom one that they're working on. You got
what's the next?
I don't know, but I like that. I personally, I mean, obviously, I'm spoiled from Heath Ledger's Joker, you know, and others we've had in the past. I wasn't a huge fan of Jared Leto's Joker, but it also didn't like hurt. I don't think it hurt the movie at all. I mean, I don't think it brought down the movie more. You know,
I don't think it enough screen time for him to judge.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think that I think that a lot of his scenes got cut.
Yeah, I heard that.
And reshot. So that's unfortunate, but maybe they're saving it. You know, maybe they're saving it. I saw him at the VMAs last night. I saw Jared Leto, like he did a tribute for Chester
Bennington.
And he looked like he just needs a face paint. He would have been the Joker, like what he was wearing.
Really?
So yeah, he might still be a little bit in character, which I kind of like. I like that. I like that dedication.
Yeah. Okay.
Adam, we got Batfleck news.
We got Batfleck news. Slow week on the Batfleck front.
But damn it, we have it.
What do we got?
So last week, the hot rumor in the streets was everybody was coming in their pants that Matt Reeves said the Batman wouldn't exist in the DCEU, and everybody was all up in arms about it. And then just making goddamn headlines, making my head explode. Yeah.
Who cares? Just
right, but I knew it from the second I read the actual interview. He meant, and he confirmed this. He meant that it will be the same Batman as the DCEU. It just won't be loaded with cameos from Superman and Wonder Woman. It will be a Batman movie with Batman villains and Batman sidekick. It will be a Batman movie.
Yeah. Which is really like we were just saying how awesome Marvel is, but Marvel could learn from this. They should do more of this. Like they do this great with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. Yeah. It will be like Guardians.
Guardians,
it exists in the Marvel universe, but what happens in there is just a ripple in the pond of the entire the entire scheme.
Yeah, they do that well with the Thor movies. Like really up until Hulk being in the number 3. Like all the other Thor movies, like Thor's in the Avengers, Thor's in some of the other in Civil War. Oh no, he's not in Civil War.
Yeah.
But his movies are his own.
People
and he has
love
his own
Loki
villains.
though.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a double pull from between the two of them. And then when you talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, there's 5 or 6 of them now.
Yeah. So
you're right. It's kind of its own.
But this headline for the Batman movie, it's burying a lead. This is just like we were talking about. I think it was last week with Daniel Craig. How everybody was taking that quote and chopping it off and be like, Daniel Craig would rather slit his wrist before being James Bond, but now he's doing it. But really, the full quote was he'd rather slit his wrist, or if the money was right, in which the money was right, which is fucking ridiculous. So people need to calm down. I hate the title grabs and the throw up and things you see on social and things you see. It's just to get clicks. Just to get clicks and get people in a frenzy. Because a lot of people don't click through and read it.
Nope.
A lot of people just throw comments up. And then that was what it feeds a fucking fire.
It's
and
incredible.
Everybody has false, the wrong facts. So let's just listen to the Make Movies Great Again podcast. We'll set you straight.
Set straight.
Right. All right, moving away from the DC universe, Alamo Drafthouse is holding clowns-only screenings of it.
I think this is important. I feel like clowns are, they've been kind of on the fringe.
They got a bad name right now.
Yeah, they've had a rough couple years, I feel.
Definitely had a rough couple years.
And so bringing them together in solidarity, I think this is important.
Yeah. I would be lying if I didn't say I checked what the flights would be to Austin to see if I could go to this screening. Like if I could secure tickets, I might fly down and go see that.
I mean, what would it take to get in? Do you have to have a clown license? Is there a clown?
No,
license?
you gotta be dressed as a clown.
No,
you
have to dress as a clown.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. Imagine it was just working clowns.
Working clowns only.
It's like some are magicians, some are just strictly like slapstick.
Sad clowns.
Sad clowns.
So I got into because I know I mentioned that I might want to see this movie in theaters and
right. That you are seeing the movie in theaters with us.
Right. Exactly. Right. And I Jen, my girlfriend Jen, has seen the original one, and she's terrified of it, very scared of it.
Yeah.
So she will not be joining us. And I've been back and forth on it, but I'm gonna try to man up for you guys. I'm gonna try to man up and see this one.
Need it, because
I'm not afraid of clowns. Like clowns don't bother me.
We'll see. We'll see after this.
Yeah.
Right, but that's I don't know if I want to pack it onto my list. But yeah, so as of this Monday, I'm in.
So it comes out next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, September 8th.
September 8th.
Yep.
Are we planning something here?
Yeah, I think so. I think we should figure that out. Right after this gets off, let's figure that out. Okay. We'll be doing.
All right. Yeah. I don't know if you guys. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out after the podcast.
If Molly comes, will Jen see the movie?
Maybe.
Okay.
Probably not, but
right.
maybe.
All right. She'll stay home with Chase.
Exactly.
Got it.
Okay, so Martin Lawrence, huh? What the hell has he been up to? Says Bad Boys 3 is not happening, and I'm very sad about that because I fucking love the Bad Boys movies. Bad Boys 2 have we ever done this? Like sequels that are better, if just as good, if not better than the original?
I think
Bad
we
Boys
did
2
talk about that.
It's way better than Bad Boys.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this
miles
is bad.
better.
Yeah, it's the Ignition remix of movies.
That's a great metaphor. Wow.
It really is.
Yeah, this is bad news. So if you put this on the this is good, this is bad, this is
definitely bad. And which sucks is because, like you said, Martin Lawrence is not really doing anything, so it's not like I don't think his schedule is holding it up. So which could only mean that it has something to do with Will Smith.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Because if Will Smith wants Bad Boys 3 to be made,
it's happening.
It's already in theaters.
Never liked that guy.
Which I don't like Will Smith. I kind the more I'm hearing about him and seeing him in movies like now, like the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
I could do without Will Smith, but I need Bad Boys 3.
Well, you can change our tune, Will, if you just do Bad Boys 3.
I think this will eventually happen. I think it'll eventually happen. I think this is just one of those things where they're gonna say no, it's not gonna happen now, and gain a little interest for it, and then maybe in a couple of years they'll pull the trigger on it and and do it.
Yeah, they did that. They did that dance with Jurassic Park 4 for a while,
right.
And then
right.
Jurassic World came out. Everybody loved it.
Yeah. So who knows?
Did everybody love it?
I like Jurassic World. You like Jurassic World? I saw it 4 times in theaters.
Oh.
3 times in 24 hours.
And it's not even a Fast and Furious movie.
I know.
Martin Lawrence, guys, Blue Streak. Ever seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, love that one.
The movie's unbelievable. I need to watch that again.
The Black Knight. Fucking great movie. I love The Black Knight.
Yep.
That is a great one.
That's a good one.
All right, what's up next?
Switching gears a little bit, back to Disney and their many properties. Michael K. Williams, also known as Omar from The Wire and Chalky White from Boardwalk Empire, his character has been cut from the Han Solo movie, which is disappointing because I think he's a really great actor. If you remember a while back, he was my choice to voice Scar in the new Lion King movie, which that was cast as I cannot pronounce his name. He was Solomon Northup in 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, Chiwetel. This is embarrassing.
Yes.
Good radio.
It's great radio.
Don't be embarrassed. I don't know if anybody knows how to pronounce it.
I have no idea. I wouldn't be able to begin that.
Hold on.
After my Gal Gadot fiasco, I'm not gonna.
But honestly, you ended up being right. Gal Gadot, I think, is like
no,
the
it's
way.
Not Gal Gadot.
But
It's Gal Gadot.
But it still has the T, right? I was saying Gal Gadot, no T.
But you had everything else right.
Right. I
Yeah,
just said it had the
Gadot.
T. Yeah. Okay.
Gadot.
Yeah.
Gadot. Gal Gadot.
I was pretty ignorant.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. But anyway, Michael K. Williams character cut from the Han Solo movie.
That sucks.
Disappointing loss. I think he's a great actor.
He has really good screen presence.
Yeah. Do we know what his character was?
No.
Okay.
Space badass.
Space
Somehow.
badass.
Yeah, Space Chalky White.
Han Solo, like Obi-Wan is to Anakin.
Oh,
What?
well, I think that's what
This guy is to Han Solo.
Isn't that what Woody Harrelson is?
Harrelson is going to be like the master to.
His Qui-Gon.
I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I it's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But that just goes to show that I think Ron Howard has more of a handle on this movie than people think now. Like I think he has his claws are like sunk into the Han Solo movie. He's not just shooting it how it was left to him. Like I think things are changing, which is interesting.
Maybe.
So who knows?
Sticking with Ron Howard and the Han Solo movie, I don't know if you guys saw this, but our listeners go check it out on Ron Howard's Twitter or your favorite movie news website. He shared a photo of Donald Glover as Lando, and in my opinion, I think he looks just like Billy D. Williams, who played the original Lando.
He's got the mustache.
Yep, you got the
mustache. The mustache. He's got the hair. It's pretty. I'm really excited to see him in as this role. I'm a big Donald Glover guy.
Oh yeah.
I've been on this train for a while.
So now, when he shared the photo of him, did they wrap Lando?
Yes, his character finished shooting. That was his last day on set.
Yeah. Guess that means he dies.
No. Stop it, Sean. You know how it happens. You know what happens. Don't even joke like that. Imagine that they just go pull. And then they re-released the original trilogy and they just cut him out of all the scenes. Replace him with Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, he looks just like a young Billy D. Williams. And I'm really interested to see, and I know that Donald Glover's taking this role really seriously. I expect he would take any role he gets seriously, but I think especially with this, I think he's gonna be pitch perfect as the character as well.
Oh, I think so.
Not only look but sound and act like the character as well. So
and do his own thing probably as well.
Yeah, you're right. I think he's gonna nail it. So love Donald Glover. The last thing on movie news I actually stuck up there. So like I said, we're gonna get back to Evangeline Lilly because I love her. She actually tweeted out today a picture of her in her Wasp outfit, the Wasp outfit from Ant-Man and the Wasp, upcoming Marvel movie. Mm-hmm. She said, "I am honored to be on set today playing the Wasp on what would be Jack Kirby's 100th birthday, and he was the creator of Ant-Man and the Wasp." So I think that's pretty cool. She put it out. You can see the suit is pretty badass. I love the production design in the original Ant-Man. I thought that the Ant-Man suit was awesome. I thought they did a really good job of adapting it from the comics. And the Wasp one, when they showed it at the end at the end of Ant-Man, same thing. It just looks really cool. I think that the colors are changed a little bit. I think it was a little lighter. It was more red and more silver, from Ant-Man. And this one, it looks more black and gray with a little bit of red on it. But the helmets are what makes these costumes, I think. And so they don't show it here, but I'm really excited for this movie. Yeah, she can fly. She has wings, which is pretty awesome. So I'm really excited for this. Ant-Man is one of my favorite Marvel movies that has been out. So really excited. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, look, there's even gold.
Let me see it. Oh yeah, I guess what I was remembering as silver is actually gold. Yeah. So it definitely looks a lot different. So maybe this is an upgraded suit, or maybe it just changed a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
Anyway, it's gonna be fun.
Anyway, gonna be awesome. Yeah, with Paul Rudd back. Love Paul Rudd too. So that's it for movie news today. What are y'all watching?
I watched Thrones.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, we could talk about that for an hour.
You guys want to talk about Thrones quick?
I don't know.
We can talk about Thrones. It's the finale.
Let me sneak in mine too, and we can touch on Thrones briefly.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go for it.
So I binge watched The Defenders in 2 days.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it. I like exactly what you guys said. The first couple were pretty slow, but when they got together, I thought their group dynamic was really was really awesome, and the fight scenes were great. Elektra was badass as all hell, and I'm excited. I'm excited how they came together, and then spoiler alert, they end up going their separate ways at the end. So I really liked it.
The hell, man! I haven't finished it.
Oh well, I mean,
the more I want to go back and watch the last few episodes because I think those are the strongest of the
you finished
series.
it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't go into it too much.
No,
But I think
that's fine.
I want to rewatch the last three because I think they were the strongest of the series.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for what this means for like upcoming series. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you've seen. I'm sure you're getting this as well from what you saw. I think they're gonna do a Power Man and Iron Fist Netflix show. I think they're gonna do the Iron Fist and Luke Cage together.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
And then of course you have the upcoming Punisher series, which will be sick too.
Yeah, I like the Punisher and the Daredevil one.
He was awesome.
Oh.
That was that. I love Jessica Jones too. It's close
Jessica Jones is my favorite one.
Yeah,
favorite
it's
series.
really close to me between Jessica Jones and season 2 of Daredevil.
Season 2 Daredevil is number 2 for me.
The one thing I will say out
Might be the same.
of the 4 Defenders, Jessica Jones was the only character that she walked right out of episode 10 or whatever episodes she had in her season and walked right into the Defenders. Like, her character was exactly the same. Like,
do you mean like well done acting or like literally like story wise?
No, not literally. Well, I mean a little bit of story wise too, but just like I think acting. I think it was like the character, the writing for the character too stayed a lot the same, which I really appreciated.
Yeah,
a lot of the other characters went through a few changes.
Iron Fist, I feel.
Iron Fist, they're trying to give him any kind of redeeming qualities after his season.
Yeah.
But I even think Daredevil, too. I think Daredevil has a huge change this season compared to what he was for the most part in season 2. So, but Jessica Jones stayed pretty true to her character from her season of her Netflix show. So, Adam, what else you watching?
Happy Endings. Have you guys ever seen or heard of this show?
I own both seasons on DVD. It's fucking awesome.
Don't know it.
Sean, do yourself a favor and watch this show, and your mind will be in a fucking pretzel at how it ever got canceled. It's so goddamn funny.
You want to know why?
It's like why?
It got canceled because it came on at the exact same time as New Girl, and it's the same show.
Really?
Yep. Right?
No, I've never seen New Girl.
It's the same. It literally shares a character as well.
Oh yeah, Damon Wayans Jr.'s in both, isn't he?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's somebody who lives 2 doors down from me that acted in New Girl.
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I found out the other day.
Oh, nice.
Like the daughter, she moved back home. I guess she had a part in New Girl.
Oh, like a big part?
I don't know.
Oh, find out for me.
I don't know.
like New Girl too. But Happy Endings is so funny. I think it's. Yeah. I like New Girl a lot. I think if Happy Endings had the same kind of run that New Girls had, I think I would have liked Happy Endings better in the long run because it was just so funny. All the Adam Pally.
It's that group of friends dynamic. It's like sunny but less raunchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for network television.
How do I find it?
I believe it's on. Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yep. Hulu. Yep. Okay. What's our time like? What do we have time for Thrones?
Okay, so right now we're at 48 minutes. We can go for 12 minutes on Game of Thrones and keep us to an hour, what we normally do. You want to go for it?
I mean, I'm down.
Let's fucking go for it. All right, so listen. Listen. I made a huge mistake saying I thought Peter Baelish was going to be on the Iron Throne.
Yes,
I'm just going to say that guy. Hand up, made a huge mistake.
I've never been happier watching a TV show than when he was crying.
Yeah, I didn't like it because I liked his character so much, and it was like such a break of his like.
Oh
his
no, it was not
character.
a break.
Yeah.
Oh, his world was falling apart around him.
Yeah,
it was
literally.
unbelievable to watch him make that change.
Yeah,
like
Knights of the Vale. Like, I command you to escort me back to
he was Vale. Sansa played him like a flute.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
because all season I was like, "Fuck, Sansa, you idiot! You're falling for it."
Here's my thing. When did Sansa find out?
It's just she talked to Arya and it's like,
After
how'd
she
you
had
get the
that
note?
weird- right?
How'd you get the note?
Yeah,
Found
yeah.
in Bayless's room. Oh, it was a plant.
It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah,
I just want to know if you picked up on something, like
That's-
how they would have figured it out.
That's my guess, and
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason for them to have been playing the audience unless
Yeah.
they thought maybe Peter Baelish was listening.
Yeah.
But they would,
Yeah, sure,
the director
sure.
would have had to show us that. I feel, but I thought that was amazing,
Yeah.
and like just the stages of his world falling apart,
Yeah.
and just his voice changing and
Yeah,
getting down
yeah,
on his
yeah.
knees, and
Yeah. It was like a quick progression, like downward. It's a downward spiral.
Aidan
very
Gillen
quick.
is his name. I thought it was really well done to just
Yeah.
shift like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Arya takes his face.
So Adam, that's when he died. I go, this is how Arya kills Cersei. This is how she does it. Nobody knows. Nobody's gonna know that Peter Baelish is dead.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna know he's
except
dead.
the 100 people in the room, but they wouldn't care.
But no, they're not gonna say anything.
Yeah.
No way.
That's-
Trust me, ravens aren't flying for Peter Baelish's death.
Imagine,
Right.
no. Imagine we see. That's a great line. Imagine if we see him just pop up next season, and we're like,
Oh shit! Right. Well, that's like what happened at the beginning of this season.
with Frey.
We saw Walter Frey, and we're
Yeah.
like, "Holy fuck, that ain't Walter Frey."
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Arya.
Yep, that's true. I guess
So,
they've kind of already.
You know, could
learned that
Yeah,
time.
I know, but they could bring it up again and be like, maybe I don't know, throw a wrench in it. But that was fucking awesome. I love when she like called out, she's like, you're being accused of treason and murder.
How do you?
Lord Baelish?
You
and
deny
he's
the
like,
charges?
and he's like sitting in the corner
He's
where
like-
he normally sits. He's like, oh fuck,
I'm
What?
confused, my lady.
He thought
Oh,
he
man.
really thought he was going to get out of it up until like I feel like he thought he could still get out of it until he asked one of the guy that obviously hates him from the Vale
Yeah.
to like I command you to take me back to
I don't think
the
so.
Healing."
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. But
That guy hates him.
He goes, I don't think so. Wow.
speaking of funny lines and things like that, but I loved when Samwell first showed up at Winterfell and walks in the room and what does he say? He's like, he says something to Bran. I forget what he says, and then Bran's like, I
I didn't think
know
you'd remember
every-"
me.
Oh yeah,
I remember everything.
I remember everything.
I remember
All right,
everything.
Bran.
Oh, okay, Bran.
All right, Bran. and then what's the other line? He goes, I became the three-eyed raven.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, I don't know what that.
I don't know what that means. I like how Sam thinks about it for a second. He's like, oh. He's kind of like searching around. He's like, I don't think I know what that means.
If one other person I thought would know what the three-eyed raven is,
might be Sam.
It might be Sam,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he's like, oh, I don't know what that is.
That's kind of my issue. Nobody fucking knows what the three-eyed raven. So,
They just killed Peter Baelish on whims that the three-eyed raven told them that it's gonna happen.
no, I think Sansa had more to go on that.
I guess.
But like, hey everybody, psych. Jon is Aegon Targaryen,
Yeah.
and I'd be
Yeah.
like, no.
But you have someone that studied at the Citadel, and you have the three-eyed raven to back him up, and also
Yeah.
there's gonna be struggle there.
And
There's
well,
gonna
you're
be
right.
struggle.
But all he has to do is be like, you don't believe me? Guess what? You did this last night.
But they've already put some things in the motion. Jon Snow touching the dragon.
Yeah.
Aegon Targaryen touching the dragon.
I'm sure there's gonna be some way to prove it. Because that would just be annoying in three episodes.
Yeah,
to
that'd be
like
something.
to like have a debate on that.
Yeah.
How about that ice dragon? So immune to fire?
I don't know. What is that dragon shooting out of its mouth?
Gotta guess it's blue fire, like hot fire.
Is it hot
Like
fire?
Godzilla fire.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Or if it's not just hot fire, it's just blue fire. I have to
Blue
imagine
fire.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
ice.
Yeah, no.
It would-
It's not, definitely not. Because it wouldn't have destroyed the wall like that. It would have just built it up.
Right.
Here's my next question about that. If they didn't have the dragon, how the fuck are they taking down the wall? Do you think they had a backup plan?
You think the Night's King cares about his guys going across the water
What do you mean?
in the last episode? I think he played him like a fiddle.
Oh.
I think he wanted the dragons to come out.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a
Why
good
not?
point. That's a really good point. You think they baited the dragon? Does he know the dragon? Does he know the dragons are around? Though?
I don't know what he knows.
That's the thing. I don't know. And especially if there's this another fan theory that's been flying around. If that is true, then he would know everything.
Yeah.
Is that right? So
I don't know which one you're talking about.
I won't go into it if we don't want to discuss theories here, do we?
I don't know.
Adam,
I don't know if we have time.
I'm just gonna go into it quick. Do
Okay.
you want to know this?
Is it with Bran?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've
Okay.
heard this.
Anyway, but so some other good things. The Hound couple reunions for the Hound.
A couple reunions for the Hound.
First, Bryan thought that was nice. Kind of like he was kind of excited to see or hear that Arya was still alive.
Warriors respect. I felt.
Yes,
They
definitely.
were like, we were both doing our thing, and
then he immediately was happy that Arya was alive.
he smiled.
Yeah, he smiled, and then he immediately was like, "Why are you here? Why aren't you protecting her?"
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they both agreed that she's better protecting herself than anybody protecting her.
Yeah.
And then his little reunion with his brother.
Oh yeah.
The Mountain.
How about just stepping ahead of a king and two queens just to confront his brother that he hates.
He talked before everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, Euron talked out of line.
Yeah.
But the Hound beat him.
It was. Did you guys watch the after show?
Yeah.
So Adam, you saw it too?
Yeah.
So I think this was the after show. Maybe I was just talking with Schwartz about it, but how the Mountain walked right by the Hound and didn't acknowledge him, and the Hound took that as kind of like a disrespect and went right up to him and was wasn't gonna let that happen.
Yeah.
He was what's coming for you.
Yeah.
I love how he's I'm assuming he means himself.
I don't know what you did.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know what they did to you.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows he's not. He knows something's going on.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see the Mountain? You think?
Like a helmetless Mountain, probably. Yeah.
Probably when they actually fight.
Yeah. The Clegane Bowl.
Matt, I love how your first things first was the Hound.
What are you talking about?
When we were texting.
The Hound is the Hound instead of the Jon and Daenerys.
Yeah.
I listen. You guys know. You guys know I haven't been quiet about this. The Hound is my favorite character.
Oh, you love
hands
the Hound.
down.
Yeah.
You're driving the Hound bandwagon.
Since day one. And I had to wait a whole season while he was quote unquote dead, and I was the only one still carrying the banner.
I thought he was a sub character.
I was beating the drums.
Yeah.
I was carrying the banner.
Yeah, but you called Peter Baelish on the throne.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud, just like that Leonardo da Vinci.
So anyways, I was texting you guys last night because I was already in withdrawals, Game of Thrones withdrawals.
Yeah.
And I was pretty I got past the whole narration of Jon and Daenerys being related while they were having sex pretty quickly. I moved past it pretty quickly.
I thought it was a little weird.
Oh, it was weird.
Yeah, it was definitely a little weird.
I got that they were gonna do that, but go ahead, Adam. Sorry.
No, but what got me was Tyrion creepily standing in the dark, and I watched the after the episode thing, and they don't mention that Tyrion's necessarily in love with her, but when they talk about that scene and they show Tyrion, the creators of the show talk about how it changes things for them politically. It complicates their situation politically.
So why?
I don't know.
They give away a lot.
Yeah, they
on
do.
The after show.
They really do. So I think one of three things could happen with Tyrion. One, Tyrion's in love with Daenerys and he's jealous. Two, he's fearful that their love for one another will compromise how people view them and whatever political bullshit they want to throw in the show. Or three, something that Jen pointed out to me, maybe he knows that Cersei is gonna fuck them. You know what I mean? And he's feeling.
You think so?
No,
I saw shit online about how people think that Tyrion conspired with Cersei.
Well,
I'm not buying that shit.
And you think that's guilt? Him standing outside the door is guilt?
Right. Even if he did, Jon can find out from Bran if he ever decides to spill the fucking beans. He can find out from Jaime, who's on his way to him.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Jaime's not in the know.
No, Jaime knows that Cersei's not coming.
Doesn't know that Tyrion would have conspired with her.
Oh no, but he would be able to tell
He's gonna
Jon
tell
Snow
him that Cersei's not falling through. Yeah.
Right.
I think it would be against Tyrion's character if he was worried about love.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think you know what I mean. I think he's too smart and getting burned by that his girlfriend whore thing.
I think there's not enough room for more jealousy right now, especially with Jorah around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think there's not enough room for that. I think
I love Deca angle instead of triangle.
Yeah. And also you don't forget about fucking Dario Naharis, who's off in the. You know, he's
gonna show up.
Yeah, who knows? He might show up again too.
I don't know.
You never know.
I said this when I got home today because obviously I thought about Game of Thrones all day. I don't know if Daenerys is going to care too much that they're related because it'll strengthen the Targaryen bloodline. You know, Targaryen and Targaryen.
Happens a lot, apparently.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter.
I don't think it's going to matter to Jon that he's Aegon.
No, it's definitely not gonna matter that he's Aegon. He's Jon.
Stark.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be like, well, don't tell anybody. She can be.
Right.
She can be
Oh
queen.
yeah. Absolutely.
He's gonna feel like how Theon should have felt. Theon should have felt he was a Stark.
Right.
Okay.
They had that's actually a good call because they had a nice little callback to that too. How him and Jon kind of like buried the hatchet.
Maybe he'll just say, you know, he's like, you don't have to choose. You're a Greyjoy and you're a Stark. Maybe he'll be like, well, I'm a Targaryen. I'm a Stark.
Yeah.
He literally is.
Yeah. That scene for Theon and Jon Snow doesn't bode well for Theon.
Nope.
Going in to save Yara.
Closure.
Yeah, closure.
Yep.
So he's gonna go save Yara. I gotta assume that Yara might get away, but I don't think Theon's gonna.
I could not care less about Theon.
No, me neither.
Yeah,
Me
either. Yeah.
Storyline. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Redemption again. He saves Sansa, and then he dies again. He saves Yara.
Yeah.
I'm so not into it.
That like part of the fight when he's beating up that guy down on the beach when he like gets kneed in the nuts twice and it doesn't that was kind of like that was a little off.
He like smiles.
It just like it was just like that's like is this the Stooges or is this Game of Thrones?
That was tonally weird.
Yeah, exactly. Tonally, that's exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, totally weird.
I thought he was gonna die in that scene.
Me too, actually.
I thought he was gonna die.
That would be it. He just said goodbye to Jon Snow and then just beat to death on the beach.
They pushed him off into the waves. But I don't know.
To wrap it up here, I don't know how I'm gonna wait until 2019, 18, whatever it is. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. You know, I gotta just forget about it. Matt, we've never needed the freeze chamber more than we do now.
This is if there's one time for me to use the freeze chamber, it would have to be for this.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Although I may have used it back in 2010 when I heard there were Marvel movies till 2028. I may have already used it.
Dude, all right, so listen. So I don't want to get off too we gotta wrap this up quick,
right.
but like in like if you could take a freeze chamber right now you can only do it for 10 years from now. Like that would be the only time you could do it, or you can't do it at all. What would you do immediately when you get out of 10 years? Besides, like, you know, family, loved ones, make sure everybody's still around. But like,
what would I do after getting out of a freeze chamber?
Like specifically for content like movies and TV shows and shit like that. Like, what would you do, and how would you avoid spoilers with sequels? Like, I mean, how would you like start like you look up?
Well, they're all out, right?
So yeah, they're all
out. Do you want to save this for our main topic next week?
Yeah, let's save this. I love that. Let's table this for next week. Everybody think about it because I feel like we could go off on this for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's table this for a topic for next week.
All right.
That's it for the Make Movies Great Again podcast. We're gonna get into movie club so we can wrap this up for the night. Remember, if you have a 9er in your telephone number, you're probably calling from a walkie-talkie. That's it for Make Movies Great Again. We'll see you guys next week.